Hello everyone, today I'm bringing you a review of another set of Bluetooth headphones, and they are the NIA X6 Bluetooth headphones. Now, first of all, they claim to be over the ear. Well, for my big ears, they're definitely not over the ear. Let me show you. You can see my earlobe here and here, and if you look close enough, I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but you can kind of see the tops of my ears. But the good news is the type of foam that they use and the synthetic leather is really soft and very supple. It literally conforms to your ear to shut out a lot of the ambient low frequency noise. So they hug your ears really well. It's not going to cut out everything. Then again, no headphones like these are really going to cut out everything, but it does cut out quite a bit of the low ambient noise. So that's really nice. Also, they got that same type of foam and supple fake leather or synthetic leather up here on the headband too, which is really nice. And I like how they have, you know, the stitching going through it all instead of just gluing a piece on or just slipping it on. Now, to adjust them, they come up and down like that, and they rotate here. And that's it. There's no side to side motion. This is basically an up and down adjustment. But they fit really nice to my ears. Now, when I'm wearing them, I wore these for about 6 hours. Well, 5.5, let's just say. And my ears never got sweaty. They never got fatigued, you know, from the pressure, and I never got any headaches from them. And as you see, I cut my hair pretty short, and the top of the headband never bothered me up here. You know, sometimes you get some headbands where they for me, sometimes they just kind of itch. These didn't do that at all. They were very comfortable to wear. Now, the reason why I wore them for about 5.5 hours, that's the battery life on these. They claim 6 hours. I actually got 5.5 hours. And I'm going to tell you how you get the 5.5 hours. With any rechargeable battery, especially headphones or whatever, what I noticed is once you first get them out of the box, I always like to charge them up. Then I run them until they shut off, until the battery is too weak to run them and it just automatically shuts off. Then I charge them back up to full again. I noticed, I call that cycling the battery. I noticed after about 3 or 4 cyclings, you get a little bit longer runtime out of that battery, especially in headphones. So, in my opinion, whatever set of headphones you get, cycle them through like that for about 3, maybe 4 times, and you'll probably get, you know, anywhere from an extra 15 minutes to a half an hour, depending upon the battery and the headphones you get. That's what I noticed. I'm not saying it's true, I'm just saying that's my opinion, okay? Now, sound quality. These have a very nice sound signature. It's very well rounded. There's a really good amount of bass. When you're listening to a bassy type song, say like, you know, something from George Clinton, or even Sly and the Family Stone, you're really going to hear the bass coming out. And I don't just mean like, oh, it's bass. No, I mean you really hear it. Sometimes you even hear the player's fingers on the strings coming through. It's not muddy. It has that nice low thumping sound to it that, well, if it's in the mix, it's going to have that nice low thumping sound. And it comes out very clean. So the low end or the bass frequency on these is very good. Like I said, it's not muddy. You can definitely hear it. And on some of those songs where the bass is supposed to come through with anywhere from a little bit of a thump to a heavy thump, you're going to be hearing it. It's going to be bumping for you. But on that note, if you're a bass head, what I mean by that is you want your headphones to have so much bass in it, your brain is rattling, your eyeballs are going crazy, you know, you feel a tickle in your throat. These are not going to be for you, okay? So if you're a bass head, go and get one that's specifically designed for you. These won't do it. Now getting onto the mid-range. The mid-range is crystal clear. Punches through the mix very nicely. It's not overpowering, but it really does come through crystal clear and clean and crisp. The high ends are very well rounded. It's not tinny, meaning like if you turn up the volume, it's not going to make your ears ring, okay? You can definitely hear the cymbals tinging when, you know, like if they're doing a nice little roll on a hi-hat or on a cymbal, you're really going to hear it. It's going to come out. It's so crisp. It's like you're there listening to it. But like I said, it's not tinny, just very well rounded. Now these have 6 different EQ profiles, and that you can adjust that with this button right here. Right there, the one with the little phone insignia on it. I don't know if my camera is going to pick it up because of my lights, but you press it and there's going to be 6 different profiles, and when you hit the end of the profiles, you're going to hear a beep. Don't worry, nothing's wrong. It's just letting you know you're at the end of the sound profiles. And you can kind of control that in the app that you can download, and I'll get to that in just a moment. So this right here is going to be your multi-purpose button. Has a little telephone on it. That's how you, like I said, you change your EQ settings, make and take a call with that button. Right here on this button, it's kind of like a rocker switch type thing, and that's how you're gonna pause and play or skip forward or backwards. Okay, it does use a USB to charge it up. There's your 3.5mm audio hole. That's your microphone for your phone calls. And right on top, let's see if my camera will pick it up, is the, come on, SD card reader slot right there for a micro SD. So you can take, if you listen to audiobooks, podcasts, or even music, or a mixture of whatever you want, put them on an SD card, pop it into these headphones, and you can just be on your way and listen to it through here. Now, taking a phone call with these was very, very pleasant. Pretty much your typical sounding communications through it. When I talked to the person, they said they can hear me just fine. It was no problem. I heard them nice and clear. It was no problem. So there was no problem. It's okay for phone calls. But like I said, a lot of people might complain, well, it's only 6 hours of playtime. Well, if that's kind of your thing right there, they do give you cables. So you got a 3.5mm to an angled 3.5mm cable, and it's a flat cable, and I love this red color just so you don't lose it. You know, if you happen to drop it anywhere, if it's in your bag and it's kind of dark, it's easier to see. So even if the battery runs out of juice, plug your cable in and you're still able to go. So it's not a problem. They also give you a nice little short charging cable. Now some people like to complain, oh, the cable's too short. You know what? I usually tend to ask those people, are you one of those people that always complain about having too many cables and that they're just so big and bulky to create a mess? Well, you know what? You can just stick this in your pocket. Heck, with some of those wallets out there, you can stick that in your wallet. So it's a nice small cable. Don't complain about it. You got a perfect place. It's nice and small. It's not taking up too much room. It shouldn't clutter up anything. And if you got that many cables that you're carrying around, you need to rethink everything that you're carrying around, okay? Now, I pretty much told you everything about this except for one little detail. This also has an FM radio built into it. Now, depending upon your device, for me anyway, in my experience in testing these, I tested it out on 2 different devices, my Nexus 7 and my iPod Touch 5. When I tried listening to the radio with my Nexus 7, you know, through the app, it was staticky. Not too horrible, but it was staticky. But when I used my iPod Touch, crystal clear. Beautiful, didn't have a problem. So if you're going to listen to the FM radio using your, say, your phone or your tablet, and it's coming out kind of staticky, it's not these. It's your device. Because with my Nexus 7, I walked around all throughout the house. I even went outside. I even attached a cable to my Nexus 7, you know. I even attached this cable to my Nexus 7 to think maybe, hey, the cable will act as an antenna and it come in a little bit better. No, it didn't. I even tried a higher end audio cable, didn't improve it. But like I said, when I listened to it on my iPod Touch, I had no problems. So in my opinion, it's more the device that you have the app on, not the headphones, okay? The other little trick these have up their sleeve, they fold up nice and small. Slightly bigger than the palm of my hand. How nice is that? The only thing I could say about these is, okay, first off, yes, it has a low battery life of 6 hours. But like I said, if you carry the cable around with you, you don't need the battery. You got, as long as your device is still holding power, you can still listen to your music, your videos, your podcasts, or your audiobooks. So for me, this is not a problem. For them being on-ear headphones, I must admit, I was impressed with not only the comfort, but the audio signature of these things. The performance was fantastic, and especially at the price point these come in. Yes, I'm going to leave a link for you down in the description below, and if I remember, for those of you on YouTube, look up in this corner here, there'll be a link popping up probably right about now for you to click on, and it'll take you to the Amazon store where I bought these from. Yes, I bought them. They weren't sent to me, I bought these. I really enjoyed these. I mean, like I said, I'm taking into consideration of the price I'm paying for the performance, not just audio performance, but the way they fit, the way they feel, the way they look. And I honestly believe that these are a great value for your money. The only thing that would have made this even better is if they would have at least gave me a carrying bag, you know, a nice little felt pouch or microfiber pouch. I mean, I know they fold up small, but it would have been nice to have a pouch just to drop them in, you know, so like if you just don't want to leave these sitting out like this, you know, to collect dust or whatever, it would have been nice to have a little pouch with it. And yeah, of course, I'm not going to lie, yeah, 6 hours of runtime, 12 hours I would have loved to have seen, at least minimum. But once again, for the price, I'll sacrifice a little bit of the playtime for the great audio performance that these are delivering at the price point they are asking. I'm not going to mention the price point in this video. I want you to go to the Amazon site and see the price, because I was pretty stunned. I didn't, to be honest with you, when I ordered these and I bought them, I expected them to be crap. And these surprised the heck out of me. I did not expect such great audio performance. I didn't expect the fit and feel either. You know, how well it feels on my head and how well it fits. I didn't expect that for the price point. So please bear that in mind. And if you do get them, keep that in mind when you try these out, when you get them. Remember the price, and then pay attention to how they fit and feel and the audio performance. Don't think about battery life. Just think about the performance of them compared to what you pay for them. Okay, that's why I make these videos. I'm not going to give you something that's going to sound like, you know, Barbie headphones or G.I. Joe. No, I'm not going to give you something crappy. I'm going to review things for you that I actually think are worth you buying. And the NIA X6 Bluetooth headphones are definitely worth your buck. Now let me take you down to the wood top where I'm going to show you a little bit more about the app that comes with it. Okay, and one last thing. This is pretty much the operational manual right here. It's just a folded up piece of paper. Describes a little bit too about the app itself. It gives you the QR code, so it'll take you right to the page where you need to download it from, and it gives you a little bit of operational information too about the headphones. To be honest, it really wasn't that hard to figure out, so just getting a simple sheet of paper like this wasn't bad at all. Okay, enough of me yakking, so let's get you down there and show you more about the app. Okay, so this is what the app looks like when you download it from NIA. Right here is to connect another NIA product. That's your FM radio button, settings, Bluetooth, EQ, SD card, and your battery life. This battery life will tell you how much battery life you have in either those headphones, the X6s, or whatever NIA product you have connected to the app. Now, let's get to the FM button. And of course, as you see, I already have a radio station playing. Now, if you need to fine tune it, if you watch this part here where it says 101.1, if you press this arrow button here, you see that it goes up to 0.2, 0.3, and then, you know, you can just skip right on through, or you could just connect to any one of those right there just by tapping on it. And when it turns red like this and you see these little bars going up and down, that means it's connected. But that's how you fine tune it, and there's a little bit of volume. That's how you work the FM part. The EQ, just tap on. Up here you have to hit on. As you can see, it's green now. Here's the popular one. You can see the EQ sliders there. There's classical, and as you see, the profile changed. And let me change it again for you. There's jazz. And let's see, let's keep going through here. And I really do need a new tablet. There's rock and roll. Different sound signature. I don't know what they mean by rural. There's popular and customize. So you can change however you want to change it to on that EQ setting. So that's just a quick rundown with the app for the NIA X6 headphones. Hey, thank you for sticking all the way till the end of the video. It means a lot to me that you're staying around and watching the video to the very end. If you really did like this video, please give me a like down below. Also, please share this video on all your social media. And while you're at it, you might as well hit that subscribe button as well so you can keep getting these videos. It really means a lot to me if you would subscribe to the channel. So until the next video, you have a fantastic day. Oh, and by the way, George here will really love it too if you subscribe, like, and share. So if it's not for me, like, share, and subscribe for George. Have a great day.